because I'm moving to Georgia. Woo!
So I was like, absolutely, I was honored to get the text. I was like, sure. I was the bus driver for the tennis team too. They somehow let me. They're like, you can do physics too or geology. I'm like, yeah.
Let me look at
some rock,
brother.
So for
spoiler
alert, it didn't make it past COVID.
All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1, goat.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Welcome back to the Jordan Whitrock Show. I'm your host, Jordan Whitrock. Today, our guest is someone we finally get in front of the camera. We're going to learn a little bit of why he said yes to me when I asked if he could do the podcast. So, without further ado, let's welcome to the show, Alex Blob.
How's it going?
We finally got him on, guys. We trapped him.
The face reveal. Took 37 episodes.
We have Micah in the back working TDing. So we got all the OG boys in here now. It's kind of one of those happy, sad episodes. I kind of was like strategically trying to have this be what happens. So this is the last episode that we're doing in Wisconsin because I'm moving to Georgia. Woo! You've probably heard like through the grapevines or whatever. And so I felt like this would be I was kind of nervous to like when would I do this episode where I talk about why I'm moving to Georgia and all that kind of stuff. And then I was like, well, I want Alex to have an episode. And I was like, I'm like the guy who's like probably known it the longest, and Micah. I'm like, we'll just do it with those two. We'll just talk it. All right, but before we get into that lousy stuff, so I come up to you like mid-February, maybe like a week into February.
I think so, yeah.
And I'm like, I text you. I'm like, hey, Alex. I'm like, long time no see. I'm like, I'm doing this little thing called the Jordan Whitrock Show, and my current TD is not going to be able to help me anymore. Any way that you can clutch up and help me. So when you get that text or something along those lines, what's going through your brain?
What was that? So February. So I'm like working quite a bit there.
So that's the other thing too, is like I know we've talked a little bit about this, but
yeah,
behind like you worked like how many jobs do you think you have worked this summer alone, whether you started and stopped or?
Well, like I don't think I started so like February I haven't like started anything new, but like February I was still in like de-icing season for airplanes. Yep. I work in an airport, so I was de-icing. And then like after de-icing season was over, I moved to a fueler. So I never really like got a new job, just kind of changed positions, I guess.
Okay.
But I think like my highest was like 5. And I'm ending one like this coming week.
Did you count this as a job? Kind of felt like it.
I mean, it could be my 6-1. It could be my 6-1.
Put that on your resume.
But the Jordan Whitrock Show.
Yep. Good
yeah.
times. It
was. No, I mean, I got the text and I was like, I mean, I've always wanted to, do something like this.
Yeah.
Help you out. We always had fun in school, so I was like, absolutely, I was honored to get the text. I was like, sure. I don't know how much I could do.
Because like my perspective, I'm like, I don't know anyone. Because like I knew I was probably potentially gonna ask Micah, but he was in school. So Micah, how long? When did you get out of school? Like, you get out in May?
May, like the first week of May.
Oh really? Okay. But I just like, well, I knew he wasn't gonna be available, so I was like, who else do I know that like kind of what you said, like I've enjoyed spending time with or like working on projects before that I know is kind of in the area that would be willing to commute.
Kind of in the area is a little bit of a stretch. Just so we're clear on that.
All right. Yeah. No, Alex, literally, you drive. How long is the drive?
It is like almost exactly 50 minutes.
50 minutes on the dot.
Yeah.
Which is insane to come, which is like we tried to double stack episodes, but then we'd like double stack episode and then we would never do like another one for a while. So we have to go back to the
which I didn't mind. So like I was able to like fit in because I think we did it like after my shift or whatever.
Yeah, if you've been on the show, like we start episodes usually like 4:30 p.m. kind of thing. But yeah, no.
So I think half the time I was just coming like straight from work.
Yeah.
So
which was clutch for me because then we were able to get everyone in and do everything that way. But then you got really busy. Like the start of the summer, right?
I think start of the summer. It was definitely like June, July was like my super busy time.
And then it was like you were like, I don't know if I'll be able to like help out with the episode. So there's a couple episodes here and there where we have Becca and Veda, and they clutch up for like the 1 week that you wouldn't be able to come.
Yeah, and then Veda left us.
And then Veda left us, and I'm like, oh. And then Becca has a full-time job where she travels the country, so it's like I was lucky to get her on like the one that she was able to like TD for me because. Right. She just happened to be home for that weekend or whatever. And then Micah was home, and I was like, Micah, I got an opportunity for you. My brother. No.
Come help a man out.
And then Micah was able to clutch up for the like because when EAA hit, when you work at the airport, you want to explain to people what EAA is kind of thing?
Yeah, EAA, that's the Air Venture. So it's like one of the biggest air shows, like almost worldwide. Like we get people from all over like Europe, anywhere, like all over the world, people come in to watch the show. And it's like 7 days, and they do this, grand air show, and it's a ton of fun, ton of things to watch. But during that, we get, obviously a lot of people fly into Oshkosh, and they stay there to watch the show. But otherwise, like surrounding airports, I'm one of the surrounding airports around Oshkosh, and we get a lot of tenants there too.
Yep.
So that's kind of one of the big things. So, I mean, we had over 150 airplanes like at one time
for a small airport too.
For a small airport, like by the way, we get like 3 or 5 like a day usually. So yeah, we had over 150. I think our highest was like 186 or something. I forgot what it was, but yeah,
on one day.
Yeah, in one day, like staying overnight. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but that hit, and it was like, yeah, there's no way I'm getting you.
Well, it was like 14 hour days.
That was my next, I knew it was over 10, but I couldn't remember if it was 12.
Yeah, so it was like 14-hour days, 7 days.
So it's
straight.
working, go to sleep or eat, go to sleep, and
go
then
to sleep,
repeat.
and then wake up and do it again.
Is it okay for EAA for someone who's like boots on the ground? Is it busier when they're coming in or leaving? Just air traffic wise.
Just
like I would assume it maybe be coming in. See, for 2 different reasons, right?
Right.
Coming in, it's sporadic. You don't know where these people are coming from, and all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, we need to land. Like, can we land? Like, we're like, and then air traffic control's like, "Yeah, you can land over here." So like they're trying to sort people.
Yeah.
But then leaving, you have like 3,000 planes trying to all take off at the same time. So it's like trying to get an order of when you can take off. And so like, that's what I was curious is like.
Well, like that's from an air traffic controller standpoint, which I don't really do. I'm the fueling side. Yep. But I think obviously coming in is a little more hectic.
Yeah.
They'll tell them, but I mean for the most part it's just hey, obviously they're not an airline, so they know where they're going. So it's just hey, take a right, on this runway, and then they end up at the FBO, and that's good. Otherwise, if they're leaving, it's pretty much they just all line up. Like we had, I think Wednesday was one of our biggest days that everyone was leaving, and we had like a line for like 2 hours of just like 20 planes get like all lined up to take off.
Did you get to see any cool helicopters or like planes that you're like that you don't see that often?
We had 2 helicopters land, but nothing. Okay. They weren't like crazy. I mean, we get military aircraft now, so like I've seen like Blackhawks come in and stuff, like not during AAA, like they'll just come to our airport as is. But otherwise, no, we did have some cool aircraft. We had a C-17 come. That's one of the big military like carriers. Otherwise, we had 2 B-29 bombers. They're like one of the last 2 B-29 bombers in existence. So that was really cool to see. One of them broke down and was at our airport for a little bit longer. Engine started on fire.
I was gonna ask you, did you have like any, not accidents, but like accidents or things like that? But was that kind of the most severe?
No, one? we actually did. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about it.
Yeah.
But we did have like another aircraft strike another aircraft.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Dang, that's
good. It was on the ground, so obviously like everyone was fine. Everyone was fine.
Just kind of like when your car gets T-boned.
Yeah.
Like, what the?
Yeah.
Do you have any like? Do you get? Usually, people with planes have a lot of money. When you have a lot of money, you can sometimes feel entitled, right?
Right.
Do you feel like the people that you're around on the ground feel entitled, or just like you get a lot of Karens, or no?
No, I mean for the most part, they're like these people are genuinely very, very nice.
And I mean they're pumped. This is like the one time a year they get to like not be bullied.
I mean you'll get everyone once in a while, but it's like it's understandable.
Okay,
it's
that's what I was curious if it's like often or
no. It's very most people are very very cool. Most of the pilots are very down to earth.
Yeah,
it's very cool. I mean it is like you do have to have money, but at the same time like I mean, that's what like most of their money's going to. It's kind of like buying, or I don't know how you put it, like your money's going to streaming. Like you put your money, where.
If I could buy a plane for the price of that I've put towards this podcast,
but it's kind of just
streaming, holy cow, I would have had my license 3 years ago.
Right? But it's just like some of these people, they're taking their profits and they're putting it towards, their plane versus, something else.
No, I totally get that.
So most people are like local, like you would never know they own a plane.
Got you. Okay, let's go in. I think we've kind of touched on this, but because this is your episode, I feel like we have to like kind of start from the beginning of like how and why you did RTF and all that kind of stuff. And I'll give you a second to think about it because
this story is my college story is crazy.
All right, I'll let you think about it because I want to show off this beautiful mug that we both have now. Shout out to my aunt for buying that. She shipped them to my house. Water tastes great out of it. But it was a surprise. I like had a package. I'm like, I didn't order anything. I'm like, what? And then I like opened it. And I'm like, bubble wrap. What? Like what would I have bought that needed bubble wrap? And then all of a sudden I saw I had my logo on the mug. I was like, no way. And then she had the awesome card. So thank you so much. I'm pretty sure you'll watch this episode. So I appreciate it so much. All the support. If you want to support me some way, I have enough mugs. Don't send any mugs, but you could easily just subscribe to the channel or drop a follow on Spotify, and that would mean the world to me. So let's get back to what we were talking about. So your story of in high school, what was like, and it wasn't maybe like not even RTF, but high school. Like you're going through high school, but did you do sports? Did you do all the generic stuff that you do when you're young? Kind of,
yeah. No, high school was pretty standard. I played tennis my junior, senior year, just kind of for fun.
I didn't know you played tennis.
Yeah. What, you?
Yeah, Mike and I both played tennis.
Are you guys serious?
I couldn't play senior year because COVID.
That's right.
But I played freshman year. I hurt my knee like one of the last matches, so I didn't play sophomore year because I managed the girls' soccer team because I was like, I'm going to be a professional soccer player. Then found out that I have two bad knees and I would never be able to play professionally without like losing my knees.
Right.
So then when I was like, oh, okay, I don't care about my knees from that standpoint. So I was like, then I went back out for tennis junior year and then senior year COVID. So didn't play.
Yeah, I got you. I was going to do tennis in college and then COVID ruined that.
Did they even have a team? Oh, wait, no. Yeah. So this is where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
So tennis in college, where did you go to college?
So I went to UW Fox. So this is like a community college. So like Div 4, Div 5, whatever. I don't care division, which is why like, if you play sports, it's just for fun.
Yep.
So
well, it's sad because a lot of people don't know that.
Right. And it's a total fun time. And so I was going to do the tennis. I probably would have played basketball too.
Okay.
But yeah, all of a sudden COVID hit. I was the bus driver for the tennis team too. They somehow let me. Dude, they were so low on people. They were like begging people to come in. So we actually ended up being like a co-ed team.
That's so. Oh, okay. That's funny though. But so your coach or
like apparently like he wasn't like allowed to like drive us or something. So like I was the designated bus driver. Never happened though. I never drove anybody because of COVID. Sadly,
I thought you actually got you. I was gonna ask you.
Dude, it was really sad.
Did you have to get like an actual bus or would have been like a larger
like
van?
a shuttle van? Yeah.
Do you need a special license for something like that?
Yes, I don't know if you need a CDL, but I think you need like some sort of like larger vehicle license. Yeah.
Think about it. If people drive U-Hauls, how big into U-Haul do you not need a license?
I don't know if it's like that. I think like your CDL is what allows you to get paid to drive that sort of thing, kind of thing. Like it's like a commercial, like a commercial license is what I believe. I could be wrong on that.
Then would you have needed it then?
No,
because you're not getting paid. L. It would have been highway robbery. So honestly, COVID saved you.
So yeah, went to UW Fox. COVID hit.
Yeah.
So luckily, because it was obviously like a small school, like they still had like in-person classes, kind of. So like I would sometimes go in, there'd be like 3 people.
What kind of class are you going in with 3 people?
Oh, that's right. So I'm
algebra 1.
So I was going in, like thinking like software engineering, computer science. Okay. So like I was in a computer science class and there was like 3 people.
Yeah.
And like some other people but even on like online, what's it called? Zoom.
Yep.
Like there would only be like 6 people. So like our class was like 10 10 people.
Okay.
I mean, obviously the school no longer exists. Now it's a ghost school.
Yeah.
So for
spoilers.
Spoiler alert, it didn't make it past COVID. But I got my I did get my associate's degree from there.
So it's associates in computer science?
I think it's just like a general associate's, like associate's arts of science.
Yeah.
So I got that, and then I went to UW Platteville.
Thank you.
Yep.
Why did you choose Platteville? To continue the software, or?
Yeah, because I actually I did look at Oshkosh.
Yep.
Oshkosh didn't have software engineering.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, what's the next, school that, I'm thinking about? I think Stout had a program as well. And I was like, well, I'm not going to Milwaukee or Madison or a big city. Platteville, for anyone that has no idea what it is a college in a cornfield. There's nothing.
I have my brother has a friend who's from there, and my brother is on mission right now, and he's like, please don't be Platteville. He's like, please don't be Platteville. He's like, but if that's my mission, if that's what God wants me to do, I'll do it. But he's like, please don't Platteville.
Yeah,
no Platteville. Just give me some city I could do something in with the people that I'm working with.
I mean, it's fun, but it's literally just the campus, and that's it. That's what that town survives on is the
revenue from the students.
From the students.
So the bars and the crummy landlords are the richest people in there.
Yeah.
So you're there for how long?
1 year.
1 year. Was there a reason you stopped, or?
So I mean, I was going through it, and I just wasn't loving it. Just kind of not the best time for me, and we still had masks at that point, so we were still doing that. So that wasn't fun, and then I just didn't like doing sitting at a computer all day, because obviously I'd be coding for 8-10 hours a day.
It's what you're doing on the computer.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's boring.
Yeah. So then you're doing that, and then if I wanted to play games, I'm like, well, I don't want to sit on my computer anymore.
Yeah.
So then
COVID, so you can't really do anything.
And then you can't do anything. So I'd
go
out and
to socialize was play video games.
Yeah. So it was just I was sitting on my computer for so long, and I was like, this just sucks. So I'd any chance we get out, I'd go longboarding with one of my roommates or something just to get out of the building. But again, there wasn't much to do there. Yeah. So I was like, I got to get out of here. So, I called my mom up one night. I'm like, I can't continue this degree. I was like, I got to find another one. It's like, hey, Mom, this ain't it. So I just kind of started looking, and I was like, I didn't want to move anywhere else. I was like, I want to go home, be local. So, I was thinking what to do. I got FETC's close. Mm-hmm. UW Green Bay is close, and UW Oshkosh.
Yeah, so those are the three schools.
Those are the three options. And so, I was looking at UW Oshkosh, and I was like, what would be a fun degree?
Yeah.
And I was like, radio, television, and film. That would be fun, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously I had things in it before. I had streamed before, and I've done, sort of things in that.
The COVID streamer.
The COVID streamer. So I've done things along that line, and I was like, oh, that'd be fun. Films are cool. So I was like, sure.
Were you always into radio, TV, film and stuff, or not? You liked it, but you never thought of it as a career, or?
Yeah, kind of like that.
And then you saw that degree, and you're like, oh wait, this could happen. That's kind of what happened to me when you realize there's a degree that's notable. You're like, oh, okay, this is kind of legit.
This is kind of legit. So I was like, seems like fun. I'll go to get a degree.
Yeah.
So went to Oshkosh. I mean, I wanted to graduate, right? So I'm already 3 years in at this point. So I was like, I don't want to be...
They're much longer than you have to be.
Right. They're longer than I have to be. So I go to my advisor. I'm like, what do I need to do to get out as soon as possible? So my advisor was Beth.
Okay.
And she was like, I got you.
Lock in.
Lock in. So we locked in. I was able to graduate. I was only at Oshkosh for 3 semesters.
Oh, so crazy. I always think that bare minimum you would have been there 2 years.
Right. But I crammed in so much in my short time
we
there.
First met in the Netflix to Disney class.
And that would have been my second semester.
That was your second semester? I thought that would have been in your first semester. So was that spring that we took that class? If you would have started in fall?
No, maybe it was fall. No, maybe that was my first semester.
Because I'd never seen you up until that point, but there's so many people in that department that you just never see, and then all of a sudden you're doing stuff, and you're like...
Right. No, that must have definitely been my first semester, because I feel like I didn't know very many people.
In that class?
Yeah. Because who would have graduated then?
It could have been spring semester though. I don't know where that lined up in.
Because I know
I'm
my
blanking.
first semester, I didn't really have many RTF classes. Because I had to like do like a few of the
So
prerequisites.
that probably was then the second
Yeah,
semester.
because I did take one RTF
Because
class,
I'm
but I
wondering,
thought it was like one of the
I'm
beginning
thinking of all the
ones.
people in that class. Like I swear that was their graduation semester. Like they would have graduated that.
Oh yeah,
spring.
they were gonna.
I just feel like that. I don't think they would have had any classes after that.
So I'm pretty sure that would have been my second
There's a
semester.
lot of senioritis in that class.
Yeah.
You know, for better or worse.
Because I don't think I would have gotten in there being my first class.
So that would have been my junior year. So that was like when I was really busy with theater. So I did nothing really RTF.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Maybe that was when we did Peter and the Starcatcher. Because Grease would have already happened.
Yeah.
But it would have been that semester maybe. And it was like.
And what's crazy is I don't think we sat next to each other.
We
sat one chair in between us.
Yep.
I was like at the corner because I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
So I was just, kind of like your upcoming situation where you just don't know anybody. So I was just sitting
Yeah, but
there.
at least you're close to home.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So I was able to go home every night. But yeah, I was like, I don't know anybody. I mean,
So I remember that class, Michael, who we've had on the show, the astronomer, he was in front of us. So I just sat behind him because I knew him.
and I had no idea who he was at the time.
Yeah, and
either.
then I sat next to you because you were already in there. And I think maybe I said like hi.
Yeah.
And then we didn't talk much after that. I felt like a lot of times with that class, I had another RTF class that I was taking notes for, and I would take the notes really quick, but then I'd have to
I don't think
re-highlight.
anyone was ever paying attention, especially Michael. He was always online
Yeah.
shopping.
But I had to like highlight stuff from a different class. So then before that class would start, so I never really interacted probably with you often. But I feel like towards the end we chatted maybe a little bit more.
A
Or, like,
little
there was,
bit
like,
more, yeah.
We did
I
like
feel like-
triangles
yes.
of people we talk with kind of thing.
Yes, I think at some point we did start talking because I think when I saw you in another class, I don't remember how we got like closer.
So then we had that class. So that was
Yeah.
the first time we ever kind
That
of
was
met.
the first time we ever
didn't
met.
do anything yet. No, yeah, that had to been your second semester because then I think that next we would have taken. Did you graduate in the December, right?
Yeah.
So then that next we would have had to take in the useless class that we talk about that we love.
Oh yeah, with Smog.
And that was the class that I saw again. I think you were probably already in there.
Yes.
You were. No, that's what's funny. Correct me if I'm wrong. You were already in there, and I sat down there, and I didn't realize I sat next to you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Yo, what's up? How's it going?" I'm not gonna lie. I probably forgot your name.
Right.
So then I was just like, "Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
What's up?" And then like had to pull like someone else to say your name to be like,
Oh.
"Okay, Alex, okay."
We had a lot of fun people in that class, though. I think
That class was, and like, it's not that the class was bad or that it was taught bad.
Yeah.
It was just that the
information was
information
old.
was just old. So
It was just
useless to
old. It
us.
was just
Yeah.
irrelevant information.
Yeah.
Like
So I actually correct myself. It's not that the class was bad or useless. It was just that like the topic that it should have been a history class.
They gave. It's no longer exists, right? Because it's
No, it still exists, but that was the last year before they revamped it.
Gotcha.
Which like it's tough because I was talking to my dad about this. I was like, yeah, that class was like the only class that to me just felt like why I was just I
Yeah, it
needed
was
3
like,
credits.
I
When
paid for
I
this
walked
class,
out of there
why?
being like I got 3 credits. That was
Yeah.
it. Where it's like I felt like that class kind of sucked because had the department like been able to like maybe like adapt it a
Right,
little bit.
sooner. Yeah.
Just and it's
Or,
like
yeah.
slow change. It's like, oh, okay, like this is relevant still, but like, hey, instead of talking about A and B, this is
Yeah.
the C is the new hot thing. So let's just
Right.
incorporate that instead and talk about that. And then like slowly, that's how the class evolves.
Right.
So you still get all the content,
Right.
and it still is relevant over time. But you just are slowly adding in, taking out stuff. You know, I,
I
feel like if
yeah,
that would
I
have
forgot
happened,
what we were even learning about in that class.
Memes.
Oh yeah.
yep. But that's I think when we probably.
Yes,
Like-
and then we did film society stuff.
I don't
So
even know
like
if I talked to you
my
yet.
third semester was like pretty much like the semester that I met like
Because
all of my friends.
you were on the board for Film Society,
Yes.
right? Yep. How did you get on that?
Beth literally like came up to me and she's like, "Hey, can you do me a favor?"
I'm getting you out of here in 3 semesters. So you better lock it. No.
So she was like, we need somebody for the e-board. And she's like, you'd be perfect.
Yeah.
I was like, I want the role with the least responsibility.
Okay. Did you get that role?
Yep.
Were you treasurer?
Yeah.
How was finances with a club like that, where there's like shooting films, so you got to like set money aside for films and stuff? Or not
Like-
really?
I'm going to be honest. I didn't really do much. Hence the least responsible. I was there pretty much just for show.
I went to one film society meeting, and that was because I was doing the short film.
Oh, you so we had to pull you in. We're like, Jordan, you have to at least be at one.
Yeah, it was like, they were like, you just have to, or just, I had to go to get the information on where to be, like.
Oh yeah, because we were
or something like, I don't know why. Actually, I don't even. Why would I have had to gone to a meeting?
Because I think we were discussing like what we were going to be doing.
But how would that have affected me as the actor? Maybe I was just trying to clutch up and be like a team player, probably.
Maybe. I mean, I know in a few of those meetings we like practiced. We had someone say lines. And
I sat there and listened to you guys talk, and the board didn't work for a minute. So then you guys were just up there like fidgeting with the board.
That sounds like us.
And then you were like, okay, we're gonna be here at this time, like on these days, like be here if you can.
Dude, there was a time where they like, I was one of the only like people there, and like I had to run the meeting. I was like, this is Jacob's responsibility. I was like, but I guess no one else wanted to do it. I was like, all right, fine, I'll lead. Like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing.
I thought you were gonna say there was no one that showed up for a film society shoot.
Oh no.
Because then I'm like, dude, when we did that one Jackson short film, I'm like, that thing with like too many people.
Yes, well that's the problem.
We had too many people in the house that like we couldn't get a shot without someone's arm in the shot, kind of thing. Yeah. It was bad.
I felt bad because it's like, you're supposed to be learning.
Yeah.
And you want to be teaching these people, but you get to this. We had so many people where there was a lot of people standing around, and I did feel really bad.
Yeah, we had two people running sound. One person was on, I think Henry was on boom,
and
someone was on the audio pack. So they were just like attached to the hip, just because we had too many people.
Well, like no one ever wanted to do like lighting, so like I always got put on it, and it's like, well, you guys got to learn. I became the lighting person by default.
I did. We've talked about this on other shows, but So now that we have your face to it,
yeah.
How did you become the light guy of the department?
I forgot what. I don't even think my lighting's that good, to be honest.
Me personally, I don't think it was much different. It was just that you were, in theory, more comfortable holding the lights. Than
I was more comfortable setting them up than other people were.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
And then, but I feel like too, when you do it, you also like, okay, that like this. You got to do this.
You do pick up on stuff,
which
like
I'm thinking,
the shadows and backlights.
At the beginning,
and
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Was like you were the only one that wanted to hold the lights. No one wanted to touch it. So you're like, okay, I guess what. But then I think by the end, you actually became the better light person because you were kind of forced to do it.
Right.
But,
so I think it started with the film society thing.
Because you ran lights for me.
Yes, I did cappuccino for film society.
Yep.
And like no one wanted to do lights, and I was just like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So and like it ended up being like turning out like really good, and so then people just kept asking me. I'm like, sure.
Yep. Oh sure.
Oh sure.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I kind of became a light person too for people's films, and then I became the audio guy. I shot one film and it was.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
And then they're like, "Could you like come to my set quick and run audio for this day?" And I think I did it like maybe once or twice after, but my schedule's just always usually busy or it doesn't line up, so it's like I can't, But like most of the time now, people are like, "Hey, can you run audio?" And it's like,
you do it one time, and it's just what happens.
Audio sucks though because like if like lighting, right? If lighting is bad, like we can change it or we can like edit it in post, right?
Yeah.
If audio is bad.
Like it's bad.
You can't use the footage or you can't do whatever. And if the actors killed it, that scene, it's like, so I always have so much PTSD of like rolling. I think, please, someone check, please. I think it's rolling, and I don't want to. And so that just gives me anxiety. So it's like I know that audio is not like my thing, but
lighting sucks too because you have to haul so much equipment.
So many C-stands.
And then you gotta like block it and whatever. And it's just like, which I'm fine with hauling stuff. But
dude, okay, this summer has been fun. So we did so like I got so that then you helped me on my short film. So I think that's kind of how
I actually did.
Then I did the first ever episode of Honeydew, like as a contestant.
And we went through that pretty thoroughly with Henry's episode. Go check that one out.
Go check that one out and other episodes we've had like almost everyone who's been.
I think we talked it with Becca's episode too.
Yeah,
like,
and Beta and
and
probably Max. I don't know. And then, but anyway, it's like. That I think probably solidified us. Like I guess maybe that's like how I knew that you were like chill, if that makes sense. Because like there's someone can be like chill. I don't know if there's a better word for it, but like relax, cool, like in like I don't know. When it's someone else's project, they can be relaxed, and that's fun to hang out with them, right?
Yeah.
but then if it's their project, they can become like a miser or like
Sure.
a crazy person. And I felt with that, you were so much on the, and it could have been your role too, but you were so much on like, just do like whatever you want, like just have fun with it kind of thing, or like not telling me what to do. And then that made me look like a joke, but that's fine.
We already got into this, but it was so funny. I just remember going, I forgot. I don't know if I texted you. And like I said, I don't think we were like super close at this time.
Yeah, exactly. So like, but that probably was like, we were close enough to like,
yeah,
I knew
close
who you
enough
were,
to like,
and
to like at least get you on the show.
Did you ever feel like you were like close? Did you ever feel like people thought you were closer with them than what you actually were in the RTF department? Or do you think like you were pretty close with the people that...
I felt like I was pretty close with the people that I was with.
Me, I felt like I barely knew people, and they were like talking to me like we've been friends for the last like 5 years of college. And I'm like, I feel bad, but like I kept pretending because it's like I don't want you to feel bad that like I don't feel the same way you do. But it's like... And like obviously it doesn't matter, but I kind of felt bad. But like your relationship, I feel like was like maybe one of those that are like you kind of kept pretending, and then all of a sudden you're like, why am I not friends with this guy? Like like there's no like I feel like I'm putting on this act, but there's really no. Well, like
reason I didn't know like any of the friend groups. I didn't really know that because like I said, I wasn't there for very long, and like my first semester, I was not even barely in RTF because I was doing all the finishing up, getting my because I did end up with a computer science minor.
Yep.
So I was doing computer science. I ended up doing what's the study of rocks. Dude, they were like, you need one more like
geology, right?
Yeah, geology. Yeah. They're like, you need to do one more like science. They're like, you can do physics too or geology. I'm like, yeah.
Let me look at
some rocks,
brother.
Yeah, I was like, this is the dumbest thing.
Dude, I remember I've told this on the podcast before, but when I almost took a geology course, and the professor like, this isn't good. It's an intro to geology. She's like, this isn't for the people that just want an easy A. This is gonna be tough. I'm like, yeah, like I'm gonna take this class. Yeah, I'm out of here.
Mine said the same thing.
Yeah, I bet we probably were about to. Wait, did you have a female?
No.
Oh, okay. I had a female. Well, I had.
Mine was like the how do I put it? Like the history of like the world, like the evolution of the world. So like we started from like the Big Bang.
That's kind of. That's kind of cool. Mine. Actually, I don't even know what we talked about. And as soon as she said that at the beginning of the class, I tuned out and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna worry.
Well, that's the thing. Was when we started the Big Bang, I'm like, I kind of somewhat, believe in this, whatever. And
did rocks exist during the Big Bang? Oh, I guess meteors.
That's how they formed. I don't know. They just say
the planet was
something happened. It blew up.
Because I was thinking, because like how like and like I guess I was thinking, because like Saturn, right? I think Saturn's the planet that's all gas, right? Or is that Jupiter? Look it up, Micah. Double check.
Jupiter's the gas giant. I don't know if it's all gas though.
Or does he got the giant red spot?
That's Jupiter, I think, right? Yeah.
Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
Okay, those are all gas. Because, and that's why I was like, was Earth gas at the time, but then formed into rock? But I think it was rock, but just had like
just a floating,
not great atmosphere.
But it is cool, like learning about like dinosaurs and whatever. I was like, that's fun.
See, I like Neil deGrasse Tyson, my goat of all time. Like, if there's someone I could have on the podcast that would never happen, right? I think we joked about Tom Hanks, and it's like, yeah, I would love to have Tom Hanks. I don't think he would want to come, and like Tom Hanks, if you're watching this,
pop on.
but like one that I think would be so cool would be to get Neil deGrasse Tyson on this thing.
He's got a great voice.
Yes, but also he just has so much knowledge on everything.
Sure.
That like obviously like everything we've talked about up to this point, he'd probably like have the answer for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, in a way where it's like we wouldn't need to look up because he's probably
we wouldn't even need Google.
Or he'd be like, "Yo, here's this fun fact that I've never told anyone that I just researched the other day because I was sitting in drinking my coffee, reading the newspaper, and was like, I wonder what this is." And then he like did the research, like deep dive into like no, that would be the person I think
the person you get on the show.
Okay, so we do that. We do your show, which was fun, and then you graduate.
And then that was fast. That was a fast semester.
Yeah.
And it sucked because like one other thing was like I was working like part time too, so like I wasn't able to participate as many films as I wanted to.
Got you.
So like I worked every weekend. So like people always tried to film on the weekends. So like I would always be at work, and like that was when work was like they were super short staffed. So I was also working like 14, 15 hours, like crazy. Just a day, like just on the weekend to get like my hours in.
But we've talked about this. Like you're a working guy.
Yeah.
Like you don't enjoy. I mean, like you enjoy free time.
I do.
But if it was like you were sitting on the couch with not having plans with anyone, like
Yeah.
you'd rather be like, well, just I'd rather
just be work.
Yeah, just like make money and do something. Like
It's just to do something. Honestly, I have fun.
Yeah.
Like if I like all of my jobs that I have, like I have them because I enjoy them or some benefit.
yeah.
And like if I don't, like the one I'm quitting, I'm like it's kind of run its course. I don't enjoy it anymore. It's just too much physical on my back.
Yeah, true.
And stuff like
Well,
that.
it's nice too. That's not your only job,
Right.
so you're able to do, or just drop it and
Just
not
drop it.
have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So, because I'm trying to think, what did you do post graduating? So you would have graduated in December, a year before I did.
Yes.
So what did you do that year gap, kind of thing?
I mainly just worked at the airport. So like I only had the one job at the time. So
Okay.
then I just picked up more hours, working about 50
Okay.
hours a week.
Yeah.
Did that. Then quit that job.
Yep.
So then I had like the entire, I think I quit it in June. So like July I had nothing going on. And I was like, that's when I really started going crazy. I was like,
Well, I don't like once you graduated, we didn't really talk.
we didn't. No,
I don't
I
even-
didn't really talk with like because everyone was so busy with like school stuff, and like I
Gotcha.
tried to help out with films where I could,
Yeah.
but like obviously I wasn't in school anymore, so I wasn't like the number one
Well, and I don't even like.
person to call.
I'm trying to think of like. You must have reached out to me at some point and said like congratulations on
Oh, like graduating or something. Yeah,
like that.
yeah, because I like staying in
how
touch
else
with.
would we have stayed kind of in touch? Because I wouldn't have done anything that you probably would have been like, that's cool, like swipe up on.
Yeah,
I think probably graduating, you're like, cool. And I think I was like, I knew I was going to do the podcast. And I was like, Alex would be someone great to help me with the podcast
Yes.
kind of thing. And so I think I probably threw out there like, or you were like, hey, if you have any projects you need help
yeah.
with,
I
just, like,
probably
let me
said
know.
congratulations and graduate. Like I think I did try because like a lot of the people that I was like really close friends with
Yeah.
graduated when you graduated.
Yeah, either that spring before me.
or that next fall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's when like most of everyone graduated. Because when I graduated, not like a ton of people. I don't think I knew. I didn't even go to my graduation.
What was that? What was that decision? To just not go?
Didn't really feel like I needed
So
to.
let's see. I guess you would have already graduated from Fox,
Yeah, but they don't have a graduation either.
Oh, they don't have a graduation?
Well, maybe I didn't go
Do you
to that
look back
one.
and wish you would have walked across the stage?
No.
No, okay, that's good then.
I didn't find it the purpose of it. I don't know. For me, it's like, all right, I got this degree. My accomplishment's going to be what I do with it.
Yeah.
So,
fair
and
enough.
I ended up working that day.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever.
All right, I think something cool about this summer, or just unique, was I have my back home friends, so I hang out with them, but we just like usually go to someone's like place or someone's house or something like that, and we kind of just stay in, and Michael's part of that group or whatever, which is fun, but we don't really go out. And
Sure.
after graduating for me, all my theater people that are the people that I would go out with normally kind of just left, or just there was only a couple people there, and it's like, well, there's like four of us, we're not gonna go out to hang out or whatever,
Yeah.
But what was unique was like when you were helping me, and then we just got closer, just
Right.
like talking and stuff like that. I think there was one podcast. Was it before or after? I think it was before the podcast, and we got talking about something, and then it was funny because we got really deep, and you were like, why aren't you talking about this on the podcast?
Right.
And I'm like, if like literally, it's just because like I don't know where my guests align, like in the sense of like I don't want to make them uncomfortable because I don't
Right.
really care about talking about that stuff. It doesn't bother me.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, but you don't
But
want
I was like, and so it was just interesting because it was like if you were on the show, it's like we could have talked about that
We
because
could've
you're someone that's like interested in, I guess I would say, in other people's perspectives.
Yeah.
Not that you agree with them,
Sure.
but you're like, I kind of want to know,
To-
like, why do you think that? You
Yeah.
know?
See the perspective.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so
So-
I think through those kind of experiences, I think we just got closer this
Yeah.
summer, which I've has been a blessing. And I think I was like, dude, we need to go out sometime. I'm
Yes.
like just to like the bar or do something like that's not podcast related, not work related, like something for fun.
Right.
You know,
What was the first night we went
the
out?
first night was one of your friends' birthday, and you guys went out
boy.
in Oshkosh.
Oh no.
And I went out to meet you or whatever, to like hang out with your group or whatever. Do you remember this? You didn't black out.
I didn't black
No,
out. I'm
no.
just trying to think of which one it was because
We started at Peabody's, Then we went
Okay.
to varsity or Fletcher. No, varsity.
Varsity.
And then this was the night that we went. Then
Whose
we
birthday?
ended at Molly's, and it was just you and I on the dance floor with like a weird group of, not weird, but just like a group of people.
I
that
do
was
remember
like,
that. Yes.
I would not.
I
I
forgot
would
whose
have gone
birthday
over
it was.
to say
though.
hi, but
I forgot whose birthday it was.
I can't remember.
Yes, but no, I totally remember that now.
But that was the first night. That was like the first time we did something outside of like
Yes.
school, which was so much fun. I had a
Yes.
blast or whatever.
That was fun. That was a
and
fun
then
night.
and then we found out like someone I knew was like at the time dating someone that you knew, and
Yes.
it was just like one of those things where you're like, this world is so small.
It's so small. I was
And-
like, this is crazy.
yeah, no, that was like that was a meme night because we walked that street like 4 times.
Was that the night that the bird was chasing you?
Yeah,
No, yeah.
was it? No,
No, that was the second night. No, I think there was another night after that.
did we? Go, I don't think we went out to Oshkosh another time.
We might not have. So that
So
must
that
have been the
was-
night.
Dude, that's right. I forgot about that. Dude, okay. So I get to you late. I don't know why. You guys were already out. So I was like
Yes.
meeting up with you. I had something. Maybe I worked or something late. And I parked. I didn't know where we were going to end. So I kind of parked my car in the middle from like the two
Yes.
locations of the bars. So they have Main Street and Oshkosh, and then you kind of have the college
Yep.
like dump bars. And I was like, I don't know where we're going to end up. So I'm just going to park in the middle. So I don't have to worry about driving until like I actually drive, right?
Right.
So I find this middle street that I know no one really bothers there's no chance of anyone bothering a car, right? So I get out and I'm walking, and obviously it's dark out and there's only street lights and you're down in the city and the cop shop's right there, so I'm not worried, right? But you're a little paranoid, right? So I'm walking and I just see this black object. No, I'm walking and I see a couple bats fly, like kind of like where the telephone poles wires are and stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's cool,
Yeah.
nature. And then all of a sudden I see this like. I'm like feeling like I'm being watched, and I don't know if this is just like I don't think I felt the bird watching me, but I just felt like someone was watching me, and it just like kind of felt uneven. And all of a sudden I just see over the top of me like this black object just go, vroom, and I'm like, what the was that? And I see it like perch up on like I don't know if it must have been like the telephone pole, not the wire, and I'm like, that's big, and it's making noises too, and so I kind of start walking faster because I'm like, well, that was weird. Like it swooped in pretty low,
Yeah.
To then like as I'm walking, I see it go past me again, and then go and sit on the next telephone pole. Like it's watching me walk, and I'm like, mother trucker, I'm gonna get killed. I'm like, this is how I lose. This is how I lose the eye. I'm like, my eye's gonna get plucked out by this bird. It's guaranteed. And it does that like another time, and finally I try to cross the street. It followed me to the other side of the street. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, no one's gonna believe me when I tell them this story of how this owl. But then finally the owl let me go and didn't do anything to me. But I was like, that's crazy. So that's how my night started. So then I get into the bar where you guys are, and then it's like meeting new people, and we were just chatting next to the fire and whatnot. And
that was
that's how how the night started. But then like you had friends, I think, in another location.
Sure.
That, like weren't a part of the group that we were with,
Yeah.
but you were just gonna go say hi. So then we like walked to them, but then they walked to a different. So like we walked Main Street
Yes,
like
I remember
4
this.
times
Yes.
because we couldn't find them.
We
And
couldn't
then
find because
they
kept
kept
running away.
leaving right before we got there, and so I got my
Dude, it's such a
Stetson.
commonality. It's like I'll be like, "Hey, where are you?" Like this happens in Appleton too, and they're like, "Oh, we're
Literally,
here," and then
yeah.
I'm like, "All right, I'm here." They're like, "Oh, we left." I'm like, "I just texted you 5 minutes ago." Like you knew I was on the way.
The thing that sucked too is so I would have been like just kind of starting Alliance, and my feet kind of hurt, and I wore my like bad shoes, and my feet were like I think only one of them was like killing me. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in so much pain, but I'm not gonna say it obviously. 'Cause,
Right.
Like why would you complain on something you can't fix? But yeah, then that was that night or whatever, and then it was funny because we got what did we talk? We were at varsity and we were sitting at one of the tables. And we got into like a deep conversation. I think it was like you and I or me and someone else
I think it
about
might have been-
relationships or something like that.
Must have been you and
But
the
yeah,
one
yeah,
girl,
yeah,
yeah.
yep. And then I noticed like 10 minutes into the conversation or like 7 minutes into the conversation, the rest of the table silent and everyone was staring at me. I was like, wow, this is awkward. Because
everyone's just listening.
I'm like, I don't know what we were talking about. Probably just like, yeah, kind of like how like relationships work, like
Yeah.
when they're good, when they're bad. How can
Right.
you tell?
And I think you've
Like,
talked
when's
about
it
this on the
where-
podcast
yeah,
before
just,
too.
and it's just like, but I remember I was like, oh, I'm like,
Okay.
less intimate kind of a presentation now. But then we,
That was a fun night.
but then we went. Oh, that's when did we go to? Yeah, we went to the rooftop terrace. The
yes,
the
that's where we
Mabel-
met. We
Yep.
finally found the
finally
one.
found them, and because that's the first like bar or whatever that's got a rooftop in Oshkosh.
Yep.
Because why would you ever have a rooftop bar in Oshkosh? Anyway, so we got up there. That was cool, and then we walked all the way to Molly's from Main Street
We
on
did
the
a lot of
wrong side
walking.
on the wrong side of Main Street. And we get in there because we're like, hopefully they got like dancing.
Yes,
like,
because it was getting pretty late at this point.
But also, it was pretty lively throughout the night. At the
It
other,
was.
at the
It
other
was.
bars.
The Main Street was pretty
And so
lively.
and I think our assumption was like, oh, like the college bars will probably have a decent amount. We walk in there. There's like 7 girls. I think
in a little,
maybe,
little circle.
in a little circle on the far side of the dance floor.
And then like 2 people at the bar.
2 people at the bar, and then it's like us 4 walk in. And then the DJ is there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I came here to dance. So then I go and start dancing by myself. And then you're like, send it. Then you come over, and then we just start both dancing together. It was so funny. But then we left shortly after that because why would you do that? But when you were saying that, so that was like the first time we hung out.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. But then the second time
Was that the astronomers?
was at
concert?
the astronomer. We went to the astronomers concert, which was awesome.
I think that was probably one of my favorite nights.
I don't know. What do you have a favorite night this summer? Or like a favorite thing like that?
I think this summer's been extremely fun for me. So like it's hard to really put like. There's been a lot of things like
that
it was
one
just
might be up there.
That one was up there.
The
though.
vibe, everything was awesome that night.
That was a great
Micah
night.
was out with us that night.
Yeah, that's
He
when I
went to
met
the-
Micah. Met Micah
Oh,
that
that's
night.
right. You wouldn't have met him. Yeah.
Yep.
Before that, and then your friend's name, which I'm forgetting. Wait, hold
Charlie.
up. Oh, you said it. Never mind. Was it Charlie?
Good guess.
Wrong. No.
Wrong. Yeah.
But I feel like us 4 kind of vibes decently together.
Yeah. No, that
Like,
was
we
that was
chilled.
an incredible
and
night.
Yeah, that was a crazy night.
That was crazy.
Micah found his true love, and yeah, that was awesome. Do you remember
Was it that old lady?
the grandma?
The grandma? Dude, my coworkers were out that night. Weren't
Yeah,
they?
that's it. We met your coworkers there. Well, no, that literally what happened.
That was my coworker's
They-
grandma.
Yeah, and then right before that happened, they're like, yeah, we're at D2. We go to D2 or whatever. And
yeah,
then
yeah.
they weren't there.
They weren't
So
there?
then we're actually at Leg Lamp. We're like, oh, okay, so we had to walk back to Leg Lamp or whatever.
I don't even know. I think what leg lamp was at the time. Like I'd never been in there, and I was
Dude,
like,
we got in there early. Like it was early-ish in the night.
yeah,
So
because that concert was at like 7 or 8.
did
and
it
like
end at 9 maybe?
It ended at like 9 or 10. I
Yeah.
probably ended at 10 because no one
I guess
goes.
maybe
No
that's
one
not-
goes to leg
then I
lamp at
guess
10
that's
o'clock.
not. Because it was kind of empty-ish when we walked in.
Yeah, it was definitely
But
not.
we closed that bar.
We stayed there for 4
till
hours.
it closed, and that was the most fun that I've had at a
Yes.
bar. I think this summer,
Yeah,
which is fun. It's fun to have things like that you go and do, and
Right.
have fun memories and meet some strange people, and
it was. Yeah.
you know,
No, this summer's been a blast all around.
and then you and I just went out again,
Yep.
which was like our last hurrah.
Our last hurrah. It
And-
wasn't like insanely popping.
It was not popping, and we went to a different bar thinking people were going to be there when
Yeah.
they said that that they were, and then they weren't.
And then they weren't.
And then they weren't. So I guess it does happen to you every night. But you're also like one of those people that like know a lot of people when you go out.
Yeah.
Like, ironically and unironically. Like it's just
Right.
like whether it's like you have a good memory of a face and you're like, oh, I remember this person.
Right.
You know, or it's
Because I
someone
think
that
because we
remembers you.
started at D2 and I think there was like still people coming up to me or like there was even like a like
There was some guy that was blasted out of his mind on the concrete and he looks up, he's like, Alex, and you're like, yay,
yay, I don't know you, but
keep on keeping on, buddy.
Keep on. I was like, nice seeing you again. There is a girl though in Oshkosh that it's a running joke. Like every time I see her, she's like blacked out, and like we've met multiple times now, and she can't remember me. And it's so funny. We make a
That's
joke of
not-
it every time.
I don't know if that's healthy. It's a lot of blacking
It's
out.
so funny.
How
But yeah,
many, wait, Michael, look up. How many times can you black out before it really affects you?
dude, that's probably like once.
That's what I'm wondering.
It's definitely got to be a low number.
we
like
are not
medically.
condoning drinking.
No.
We should say when we go drink, we don't get blasted like a lot of people that do that.
We usually
unhealthily, but-
stick to like 1 or 2 drinks and a few shots.
Yeah.
That's what I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have this fish tank in my room, and I'm watching the 2 fish fight. I've never seen that happen before. I'm kind of like,
It's a crazy
someone's
episode.
gonna die.
Someone's dying.
That's
today.
why my eyes keep drifting off this way because I'm watching them like
Oh.
actually fight. I've never seen them actually fight. Normally, one just like
Yeah.
swims away, and I'm like, ooh, they are not happy. Something's going on in the tank.
Yeah.
But wait, Mike, did we get a?
There's not a singular
I guess
number,
it's unlimited.
but I mean one time of
Go
blacking out.
crazy, guys.
No. Allegedly, what?
One singular time of blacking out is potentially unhealthy and dangerous, but
That's it. That's
the
what that is.
repeated blackouts increase the like long-term brain damage.
Oh yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah, so like each one is just
I
compacting
don't
on
think
top
I've
of
ever
it.
blacked out though. How many times have you blacked out?
Once,
Once, Micah.
twice. I just
Twice. I forgot it.
I already forgot it. Maybe 3.
I think twice.
I don't think I've. Yeah, I don't think because the night that like you would, I got sick, so then you just don't black out because you just don't drink anymore. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it was only twice.
Also, I have this weird.
But
thing.
like I also like remember it though vividly.
Yeah, but there's like there's like something with me where it's like I need to know that like if I have to, I can get most control of like my body.
Yes.
Like I could never leave myself. Like I'm looking for the word like in a vulnerable position like
Right.
that. I would never let myself do that. Like just
Yeah.
subconsciously, I would never let that. So it's like I can push to a point, and now I know that
Yeah.
what that point is, you know. But then it's like, unless it's like 4 people that I know, and it's just
Yes.
like us hanging out at like something, because like we went camping with Micah, you were not able to come, but you were the only other person that was.
Sad.
Yeah.
I'm sad about that.
Did-
Like
did
it got extremely busy this summer.
Yeah, no. But I mean, that was a last second trip that we threw
Yeah.
together. We'll do another one next year. We do one in the winter.
In Georgia?
Some snow. True.
Hey, you know what you need to do? I'm giving you one assignment
Okay.
for
Okay.
going down to SCAD. You need to find like a good line dancing bar.
Okay, I went down there once, and we like I walked around to see what nightlife was like. Just
Like
think
I
it was
feel like
summer
that'd
break.
be like I
And
want to go
I
line
didn't
dancing
see
so
one
bad.
that was like that, but
Gotta
we
find
could. But I
one.
don't know how to line dance. I don't think they.
Well, that's
teach
what you don't want to learn.
I don't think they teach you there. That you just get made fun of.
No, they definitely.
I
mean,
feel like they'd be willing to help you out.
yeah, they're not going to give you
They're
lessons.
not gonna be like, get off our dance floor.
That's what I
you
picture.
disgrace.
That's what
us."
I picture. I picture some
Just
person being like,
getting kicked out of the bar for
yeah,
not
like,
knowing
yeah,
how
like
to-
you're doing like an acting, like trying to get the job, and everyone's
Yeah.
dancing, and they're like, nope, out.
Nope.
Yep, you're gone.
You're done. You're gone.
All right, I guess we've waited long enough. So yeah, I'm moving to Georgia. This is my shirt my dad bought me. It's Alex, you want to read it out loud for everyone?
My mama says I'm special.
Babinga. No, but so I'm going back to school to get my MFA in acting. So we'll see what happens with that. Going to SCAD, Savannah College of Arts and Design. So that's been like the big thing this year. Honestly, I kind of started this podcast assuming I wasn't going to get into a school. And then I got into a school, and now I'm like, cool, I'm in a school and a program, but now I have this podcast that I like have kind of fallen in love with and want to continue doing. So we'll figure out how we do it. We've backlogged a couple episodes. I don't know when this one will come out. I will for sure already be down there when this comes out, but hopefully we'll have more episodes posted after it.
Hopefully.
And whatnot. But it's tough because you and Micah kind of carried the podcast
I'll just have to fly down.
and
all the time.
whatnot. But we'll try to get Alex down and maybe Micah once.
Do a beach
like-
episode.
Yeah, that's my goal. I want to do a beach episode. So Savannah, Georgia is like kind of off the coast, right? This is what I kind of been describing what Georgia looks like. You know, Wisconsin's like the hands like this. I don't know if this is backwards with the camera, but
Oh yeah.
no, but like if this is Wisconsin, right? You got Door County up here, whatever island up here. I'd say Georgia's like this, and it's like because you have the big state, and then it like kind of cuts off and goes down.
Yep.
I'm like right here on this tip, for the camera, and right next to the ocean. They're getting
Yeah.
hit by Hurricane Aaron right now.
Dang.
But so I'll be excited to do something like that, do something different. We'll see if we can become a better actor, and whatnot. Yeah, I don't really know if I have much to talk about it. I guess we kind of touched like on the whole process of how to get into the school.
Yeah,
on,
because didn't you
earlier
talk with Drake on
episodes.
it or something?
Yeah, we talked on Drake's episode, an early episode, like 5 or 6 or something like that.
That was early.
we
Yeah.
we kind of talked about like how it
Was that before like you got accepted? That was before you picked or decided if you were going.
That might have been before I got accepted. So this whole thing started in January. Like, so I got back from the acting competition, I believe, or I released the first episode of the podcast. And when I say competition, like, so I went to Chicago to audition. So you had to
Yep.
go to Chicago in front of all the schools, right? Which we talked about. And and the SCAD was one of those colleges where I was like, oh, this one I'd be willing to pay like money to go to, because like other colleges were like offered me, but like you'd have to pay more, and I always told myself I did not want to pay for my master's program, but I also didn't think I'd go to a ranked school. So I'm like, I was just thinking I'd go to like some university that like, the statewide and that wouldn't give you a scholarship. And I'm like, yeah, but I wouldn't pay the insane amount of money that it would cost to get my degree, and then SCAD came in, and through talks with them, we found a way that it kind of worked for me to go and made sense for me to go. And so then I jumped on the opportunity. So that's kind of like what we've been preparing for all summer. We're filming this on the 27th of August, and I leave 28th is Thursday. I leave the 29th on Friday, which is crazy. And I've never been this far away from home. And it's funny because I've talked to my parents, and like Isaac moved to Missouri earlier this summer, and that was tough on our family just because that's the first kid to like kind of go far away. But he's 7.5 hours away. I'll be 17.5 hours away. So like it's like, and he went with he already knew his missionaries that he was working with, so he already knew people down there. I know no one.
We were talking
we were talking about this before the podcast. Like I'm gonna go down there and be like eyes wide open, trying to figure out life, meet some people. I'm in a show which I'm excited about, so like I'm hoping I can meet a couple people through there. Otherwise, like I think my first classes though are kind of just with my cohort, which is gonna be a minimal amount of people. So it's like, you're not going to have the opportunity to go meet. So hopefully I'll get into some short films and whatnot. And I'll keep you guys posted, obviously, if we continue the podcast and whatnot. But yeah, I know it's kind of funny. I had my last live stream the other night on Sunday. And I was like, in my brain, I was like, this is going to be the last live stream in Wisconsin with like the setup, the corner, like where we have Micah right now is where I live stream. So if you kind of ever been on a live stream of mine, you can kind of picture what Micah looks like as you switch in between cameras. But I'm like, wow, this is like the last time we have the "Don't Commit Tax Fraud" sign next to the Star Wars. I'll bring it, but it's just gonna look different. And who knows? Maybe my room won't really allow. Like how it's configured, it doesn't really allow for flags and stuff to be behind, And for the script reading, I took it down obviously because I had my camera on. I was like, I'm not gonna have my "Don't Commit Tax" with Barney on it. I'm like, we're not doing that. I took like my SCAD flag down, and then I was like, but then like when I went back over, I was like, wow, that corner of the room looks so pale, like white and empty and depressing when I don't have those flags up. I'm like, I'm glad we got the flags and
we got
put
them.
them up. But
yeah,
I know. So it's like an end of an era. Like I'll be back in November and maybe we'll shoot something close to this, but it's no guarantee. Like the posters probably won't be up, and who knows.
So you leave Friday, right?
Yeah.
But you're probably trying to leave like early in the day?
No, so I think my dad doesn't want to drive through the night. We did that when we went.
Everyone, like your parents are coming with you?
Yeah, so it's just my mom and dad, and then one of my sisters is off. She's nursing, Caitlin, and she's gonna fly down and meet us. Like, while we're kind of already there, but everyone else is kind of starting school because that's that time of year. So, like my oldest sister is gonna be in school, my younger sister's in school, and I think they're gonna tag team the dogs to watch the dogs, so we don't have to bring them. Isaac's gone, and so it's just the end of a.
So I was gonna say I got a film screening on Friday. Jolie. Yeah. So that's one thing I did straight out of college. Is she was like, "Hey, I need help on a film."
And now the film's finally.
And now the film finally got
like a feature film or
no, it's just a short.
Okay, a short film.
But yeah, so it's screening.
Where's that screening?
I think Oshkosh.
Oh, like
somewhere. I don't know where.
On campus or on the
I don't know how she would have gotten on campus because this wasn't a UWO production.
And I wonder if it's the Oshkosh Cinema or whatever they call that.
I gotta really look at that again because that's right around the corner. I didn't even know about it because I texted her. Like she sent me like something a long time ago, and like I just texted her last week. I was like, "Hey, are we still planning on the 29th?" She's like, "Do you not have Facebook?" I'm like, "No, I don't have Facebook."
If I did, why am I looking on Facebook too?
I was like,
that's so
I'm
funny.
not that old.
So we're wrapping up the summer. This is like the last summer episode, and then we'll tie into the fall and all that stuff. Micah, I appreciate you on all the help that you've done with this show. Yeah. What do you got going on this fall? It's kind of a big semester for you.
Finishing up remaining 10 credits.
Let's go.
Part-time student, save a little bit of money while doing it. Post that, I've got no plan.
Nice.
So, hitting the job boards.
See, you'll be in. Do you know what we do? November. We find a time that you're off. We go to Micah and do a podcast in Madison.
Wait, Micah, you live in Madison?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he goes to school in Madison. Yeah.
Oh.
That's why when we were gonna do the Mifflin, that's where I was gonna go. That's where I was going to. Yeah.
It's all connecting.
Yep.
It's all the wires are finally.
Right at the end, it's all.
Dude, it's like from Among Us, just doing the wire thing. It's all connecting now.
Except I pulled the red to the blue, so I had to reset the whole thing.
Gotta redo it again.
Gotcha. So, because that would be fun. We do a episode. Because
Yes.
Mike is gonna be stuck there till when do you? Do you have at least the whole year though?
I do have at least the whole year. The goal's not to stay there. If I can sublet it, that'd be nice. But definitely September through mid-December.
Yeah, we could definitely catch him in November or December,
Absolutely.
something like that.
Absolutely. I'll be
I'll
going
probably have to get a job at some point, so we'll see.
You're good.
Not good. I am not. No, I'm good. And with that, folks.
Oh no, that is funny.
Yeah,
It was good though.
it's good. Good time. Thanks, Alex, for coming on the show.
I appreciate it. You want to do one more thing?
What do we got to do?
Want to do a game?
Okay.
Have you ever heard of like the connections game where like we each say a word at the same time? You gotta try.
Yeah. You scared me. I was like, shit, like something gonna blow
yeah,
up.
it was
Here.
like, I've
I'm
been
like,
planning
the
something.
cogs. Just pick 3. Past, the
pick 3
present,
of
and the
them.
future as well. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna lose my soul. No. All right. Okay. Yeah. So what are we doing? Explain it to us.
So I don't know like the actual name of the game. I've just seen this before. But like we each say a word at the same time, and we gotta try and
get the word.
to get the
How
to
do
say
we
the
know
same
if
word.
it's close?
We don't.
So
We say something different each time.
So so you have to say something different, and
Yeah.
you can't repeat stuff.
You
I'm
can't repeat
assuming,
the same
which
word.
I probably will, because I'll forget.
Yeah. But we're trying to like the next time. So we say.
So
we
we're
say
both thinking of a word, and we're
Yeah.
gonna say something, and then you're trying to get to a word that is close.
we're trying to say the same word.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, we'll say like 3, 2, 1, and then we'll say a word at the same time, and then we gotta try and like off of those words.
Okay. All right.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Pirate.
Podcast. Oh, what did you say?
I said pirate.
Pirate. Okay.
Okay.
3.
Wait. You already got the next word.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. You already have something.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Ship.
Movie. I was going off of yours.
All right.
Okay.
I got mine.
Dude, how are you already?
Well, because you look at like how it goes.
Yeah.
you know?
Because
you got to think about what you said and then what I said.
Yeah.
Because now I'm trying to go off of you, so you got to try and find that middle. You know.
That's what I'm trying to do. All right.
Here we go.
I can't believe you can find it that fast, though.
I have like 4 in my head.
Dude, you ready for the next 3?
Yep.
All right, so I said movie, you said ship.
Yeah, ship. Yep.
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1. Titanic.
Okay.
Peter, you
I
said?
said Peter. Here we go.
No, you already ready.
You should know.
Peter.
We probably already said too much. We're cheating already.
We're cheating already.
Okay, let's start over.
Start over?
Yeah, start over because I think we've cheated. We've talked.
Dude, I don't think we get the next words.
Okay, what were you gonna say next?
Pan.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew we were gonna get there.
Okay.
But that wouldn't count because we, All right. Starting over.
Give me a second.
It's a random word. Just say a random word.
All right.
Okay, here we go. 3,
2,
2,
1.
Plane.
Lettuce.
Okay.
There's no way. Oh.
Micah's dying back there.
Dude, he's like, this guy's such an idiot. I already know. All
right, here we go.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Crop
Vegetable.
duster.
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Farm.
Corn. You actually have one already?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Crop.
Silo.
I'm ready.
I don't know. Hold on. Dude, I'm really
The
struggling.
audience is like, mother.
It's just like, it's right there.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be. This.
Micah, keep the audience engaged.
I got you.
Oh,
I
you got it? Okay, here we go.
I got you.
3, 2, 1. Barn.
Tractor. Dude, the next one's always so hard for me. I'll get it though. I'll get it. We're gonna get there. We're close.
We're close. We're very close.
We're just hopping around the.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Cow.
Harvester. 3, 2, 1. Milk.
Oh! All right, here we go. Rapid fire.
3, 2, 1.
Chicken.
Sheep.
All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1. Goat.
Yeah!
Let's go.
All right, folks.
If we don't think about it, it works so much better.
Okay, wait. Now we have to do it one more time because if they're at this point in the show, they're in here for the long haul, so I don't care.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Trying to think of a.
I'm just trying to think about.
Okay, I got it.
Gotcha.
Okay, we're just gonna go rapid fire. Just say something.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Blade.
Lake.
3, 2, 1. Ice. 3, 2, 1. Skates. Gosh.
That's what I'm saying. You were thinking. You were overthinking.
I was overthinking.
All right, Micah. You and I.
Yep. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Just let me know when you're ready.
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Car.
Sign.
3, 2, 1. Stop.
Too good. Get over here. He's got to switch cameras. Get over here. My man.
What was that? On the
second. That was the second one.
You said sign. I said car.
That was a good one.
Yep, that was good.
Well, I was trying to say stop sign, and then I was like, wait, it's one word, and
It's
I already said sign.
That was good.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
That was perfect.
Cool. Do you and Mike want to do one?
Michael, you want to?
We have to.
Yeah, we have
but
to.
rapid fire. I'll count down for you. I'll count down.
all
So
right.
I'll keep you guys in a time.
We got
Let me
this.
know when you both are ready.
I don't know if I can beat that though.
That was pretty insane.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Camera.
Fan camera. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Red.
Electricity.
What did you say?
Red.
Red and electricity. 3, 2, 1.
Carpet.
Lightning.
Carpet, lightning.
We're so far.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Actor.
Floor.
Actor, floor.
Wait, what do you say?
Actor, floor, or whatever.
Floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Shoes.
Stage.
Shoes, stage. 3, 2, 1.
Curtain.
Yeah.
No. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Auditorium.
Damn, he was so quick.
It's already screwed
I
up.
would have said dancing at one point.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was thinking tap dancing after the shoes
we're not
and the
staggered anymore, so
stage.
it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
All right. Stop sign is where it's at.
Yep.
Dude, that was too good. We can't
That was
beat that.
insane.
That was way too good.
That was crazy. All right, folks. Thanks for being on this journey with me. If you made it this far, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. If you think you could do it faster than Mike and I would love to hear you guys type that in the comment. Dude, it's kind of like I have this mixed emotion of like I'm sad but happy, you know? It's like end of an era. Tough.
I think there's a song that you've sang before
Yeah.
that kind of ties up that emotion.
What song?
The Addams Family.
Oh, yeah. Let me lock in. real
Sing.
quick. No, let me lock in. I'm going to do the accent. Let's see if we can clutch up the accent. Right or wrong, who's to say which we can't refuse? All we know, love survives either way we choose. Here we are at the edge. Go ahead and fall. Don't resist, I insist. Love will conquer all. Thanks everyone for watching the Jordan Whitrock Show. We will see you next week. Peace.